Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Obduction. Last episode was spent as an enormous lore dump as we heard a lot of information. On here we heard stories that basically seemed to say that Farley and the rest of the people in the town expected some kind of battle and then went to Murray. Murray being the jungle world that we happened to find. The stone world that we've been going into appears to be Kaptar, which holds those little alien bugs, the ones we've seen flying around. There's also the Mofang, but they appear to be from a fourth world, which we haven't seen any hint of before. I'm guessing the way there might be located here. Maybe. I'm not certain. And I'm going to guess that Murray is the world they went to because of the Villain. They mentioned that the Villain that showed up in Murray were trying to go into space, and that their way involved traveling to different worlds by freezing themselves. So I think that might be what they tried to do, freeze themselves. All right. We still need to look at the other path here. We also learned about the seeds. These are apparently ambassador seeds that allow travel between the few areas. There are a few other seeds. Harp as a backer reward item. Oh, another backer reward item. It's interesting. It's like an old calendar or something. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of the backer reward items in here. Old toys and robots. Yeah, I believe I remember one of the rewards was to be able to put an item into the game. This must be where most of them are being put. Is that a samurai? No, it's a samurai otter. That's a little silly. Pair of scissors. JM. Jane and Mark, maybe, or something. Another book. Open it. 15977 AH. The Villain. I can't find the words. Such a foreign life cycle. Or perhaps not. They launch themselves across the expanses of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they were abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I have come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever this strange system is that we find ourselves in. 1633 AH. I need to write this down. We buried G. Eun today. This place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out at the undulating story and weirdness beyond the cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance, but But there have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years. But before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately, almost directly toward me from one of the distant structures. It, I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop, or turn around, or be curious about the strange dome and our world inside it, but it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity until my reflexes took over at the last moment and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backward or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone and the Mofang vanished. I was stunned. Something myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside, on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I had always wondered how no one on Earth noticed what had replaced this chunk of Arizona we have here. 16772AH. I got to vent. Again, there are those who argue with me. Over and over I demonstrate that us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories, and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us, all of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past that we blame our saviors for stealing from us? Okay, just one more vent before bed. Each of us was individually saved from something. Then maybe all of us were corporally saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? And this. The arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055 and something. What does that mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? 16787AH. It's 3:15 a.m. and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday meditating with the Arai, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW, I had just a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, I awoke from a dream. I'm not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the Arai were able to... something. Because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Maybe it was the hooch. Dream. I was tending a garden. An immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers, it was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control it and contain it and make it healthier, but the garden seemed to fight me at every turn. And after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration. And as I stood there doing nothing, the garden flourished. Because I realized the dream that the plants were based on was not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control. When they are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness. But from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they are scattered, the higher the odds of surviving. I realize that even the individual plants or seeds may not appreciate the benefit of what's happening. They are torn from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive... the seeds that survive. Now that's where real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it all is a system and structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process? There's signs of something behind it all, but something. The tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions. Well, there seems to be a grand system, or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It is unemotionally intent on the health of something much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but, well, what am I in the entire scheme of the universe? I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I will talk with CW. 17145AH. I really don't journal much. I came to write this down because I am distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I have set in motion, I realize that I have become the destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write, to seek some cathartic tranquilization, and I realized the last thing I journaled was some esoterically beautiful philosophy about letting this garden grow, not so reaffirming or calming. Nonetheless, here's my reasoning because I must write this down. Simply, it is us or them. Something, something, something. Plants or seeds or whatever. Well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive. The others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive. I am more fit, damn it! This is not me. I want to be calm and garden or ungarden or grow or... What gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever... something? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I'm not even capable of understanding the situation? Of hate versus love? Maybe I am the hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I've made? Oh my god, it's too much. These are just my walls of delusion that I choose to live within them. I am a seed scattered by the wind, but I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. Okay. So that's even more information about all this. Why can't I... There we go. So that's even more information. All this knowledge. So these are just backer reward items. Adventures in the ages of mist and beyond. From caverns miles beneath the New Mexico desert, the Dunny ruled an empire that lasted 10 millennia. They wrote linking books that allowed them to span universes, ignoring the primitive humans that infested the surface. But the glory of Dunny was brought low mere centuries ago, and their ages were left empty and abandoned. Until now. Called to the desert, we have found our way down to Dunny. Its secrets are in our hands, and its future is ours to determine. The next chapter of Dunny is unwritten. In 1993, Cyan Incorporated introduced us to the surreal worlds of Mist and the Dunny. Now you can make your own journeys of exploration and adventure through the ages. Discovery, focused mechanics, play in modern or historical Dunny, unlimited possible environments. I love the idea of having other ways for people to tell stories in the Mist universe. Richard Rawa Watson, Cyan Incorporated. Yeah, I think that was... So, I guess that's how this Mist book works. Oh, that amuses me. This book can't even open. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh my god, the Ark of the Covenant! That's actually a painting of this area. Arai larval notes by CF. Takes about 3 to 5 days for a single Arai larva to change colors after being moved to a new surface. Pulsating stops immediately upon removal from Captar, induced by polyarchs. Cloning has been extremely easy, like potatoes easy. Organics: plant fiber yellow, bone light yellow, Arai encrustment green. Metals: gold pink, copper red orange, titanium orange, silver red, aluminum red orange. Tech: Mofang Tech magenta, Villain extrusions near white. Stone: granite from Captar teal blue. Sandstone from Hunrath, light blue. Sourstone from Moray, very light blue. Polyarch pods, always purple. To do, I'm curious about the effect of combining. What is he talking about? What are all those colors? Oh, the bottom is blocked off. Oh, I can take a picture of that. That's irritating. Come on, do something. There you go. Appears to be everything in here. So many questions here. We've gotten a lot of answers, though. Right now, I want to go back and speak with CW. I have questions for him. He might be able to provide the answers. Ugh, this lag. There we go. I want to go speak with CW, see if he has anything to say about this. If not, I guess the only other thing we'll have to do is to travel back to Kaptar and from there to, Murray. As that's the only other teleport I've found and the only other path I think we can take right now. Alright. So, do you have any information for me now? CW? Again, you're telling me this, but... Can you give me any other information about how to even get there? Nothing. You could be a lot more helpful than this, you know. Like, give me the code to actually get into the tower so I can get to the tree roots. That might be helpful. The only other path I think we can really take is to go to Murray. Because there's a teleporter there, but that's all we got. Alright, let's head back to Kaptar. No, wait. There was something else I wanted to do first. I just remembered. I almost forgot. I believe it's over here. I can get to it. I need to get back down so I can try plugging this number in and see what it gives me. Hopefully it gives me something. Those black bars appearing on the bottom of the books and everything I was reading was really irritating. I really wish it didn't do that. Ugh. Really bothered me. At least it does explain why these things aren't noticed in other worlds. So this is actually the Mofang world. Okay, so... the Kaptar Dome is located in, what was I saying? The Kaptar Dome is located in Murray. And this dome is located in the Mofang world. Which leaves the Mofang Dome and the, what's the other dome? The Murray Dome, which I don't know where they are. One is on Earth, and one is on Kaptar. I don't know which is where. Alright. Alright, clear that out. Now, what does this provide? We got that. There. That's 406, but it changed everything. Why did it change it like that? Okay. If that's 406, then maybe that's the code for the 3-digit one. Can't remember where that is. I know there are 3 areas with codes. I don't think it's the one back here. It may be, though. Could be. 406. No, that's a 4-digit code. So I can't go in that way. 6-digit code was at the top of the tower. I think it might have been from the other side of the tower. How do I get to that side again? I think it might be from the top. Okay, a bit of a run to get there. Yes, it was. It was the other side of the tower. Alright, so I think I can get to the tower by going up the bridge. Up over the bridge. So I'll get to there, try the number, and if that works, that's where I'm going to stop the episode. Should be able to access more from that. Let's see. I think it might be gotten to through here. And yeah, this must be the path to get there. Come on. Ugh, such a long run. It's interesting. All these teleportations here from not just other places, but other times as well. And it seems like it's all saving. Okay, here we go. 406. Haha! And with this, we have access to the tower. And I am going to go into here in the next episode. I want to keep going here. I want to keep playing, but I've been recording for 2 hours now. And that's how long I do these recordings, and I can't go too far ahead. So, next episode we will enter this tower. See what we'll find inside. Maybe we'll find our way down to the tree. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. This has been an Obduction Let's Play. And I have so many questions.